The loss of liberty to a generous mind is worse than death. Remember, civil and religious liberty always go together. If the foundation of the one be sapped, the other will fall of course. Great ambition, unchecked by principle, or the love of glory, is an unruly tyrant. Foreign influence is truly the Grecian horse to a republic. We cannot be too careful to exclude its influence. Our great error is that we suppose mankind more honest than they are. A powerful victorious ally is yet another name for master. Men are reasoning, rather than reasonable animals. When the sword is once drawn, the passions of men observe no bounds of moderation. In the general course of human nature, a power over a man's subsistence amounts to a power over his will. The passions of a revolution are apt to hurry even good men into excesses. When the sword is once drawn, the passions of men observe no bounds of moderation. In the general course of human nature, a power over a man's subsistence amounts to a power over his will. There is a certain enthusiasm in liberty that makes human nature rise above itself in acts of bravery and heroism. All communities divide themselves into the few and the many. The first are the rich and well-born, the other the mass of the people. Vigor of government is essential to the security of liberty. Give all the power to the many, they will oppress the few. Give all the power to the few, they will oppress the many. I have learned to hold popular opinion of no value. Nobody expects to trust his body overmuch after the age of 50. I have thought it my duty to exhibit things as they are, not as they ought to be. Experience is the oracle of truth, and where its responses are unequivocal, they ought to be conclusive and sacred. We must make the best of those ills which cannot be avoided. Hard words are very rarely useful. Real firmness is good for everything. Strut is good for nothing. Those who stand for nothing fall for everything. I never expect a perfect work from an imperfect man. A well-adjusted person is one who makes the same mistake twice without getting nervous. Alexander Hamilton was born on 11 January 1755. He was an American military officer, statesman, and founding father, famous economist and a political philosopher, who served as the first United States Secretary of the Treasury from 1789 to 1795. During the Revolutionary War, he joined the New York Provincial Artillery Company, and bravely fought 3 wars. Born out of wedlock in Charlestown, Nevis, Hamilton was orphaned as a child and taken in by a prosperous merchant. He pursued his education in New York before serving as an artillery officer in the American Revolutionary War. Burr's shot hit Hamilton in abdomen. After final visits from his family, friends, and considerable suffering, for at least 31 hours, Hamilton died at 2 o'clock the following afternoon, July 12, at Bayard's home, just below the present Gansevoort Street. Hamilton was buried in the church's cemetery.